My beautiful stars, look at little Salem. Salem, say hi. Say hi. Can you see her? She was just, you staring. Reading time. You gonna get down, say? What are you doing? She's making me stop. Oh, look, say. Well, she was about to get on the table. She never does that. There we go. We can start. All right, my beautiful stars. So I'm wanting to do, I was wanting to do a divine check-in. So let's do it. Let's do a twin flame divine check-in. You versus them. Feminine versus masculine energy. But let's just first see what's going on around this main collective right now. Alrighty. Main divine collective. What are they experiencing? Okay, person. All right. So engagement. So don't make these details fit this collective. You were either engaged to this person or planning engagement. Definitely a deep commitment here. Right now, either you or this person, or maybe both of you, there's a bit of a sense of urgency in meeting, conversing more. This could have... Hold on, I want one more for coffee cup. Yeah, I was going to say this could have just come in, but you've got mask here. So I think not showing true feelings still, hiding, pretend, deluding. You could have felt a bit gaslighted by this person, vice versa, but reminiscing. I think this is more of a hopes right now, especially for the mask to be here. This could more be coming from this person. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, wanting to make new memories. So if main collective, and like I said, I am going to break down feminine, masculine energy, but if the main collective watching, you haven't been, you know, looking at this person's photos or, you know, really activated in nostalgia, it's definitely coming from them. What's around you guys? Why did I just hear nervous with that? Hold on. I just want to get these. Why do I... Hold on a sec. Hold on. I feel you're making this person nervous. Mask, photographs, coffee cup. Something to say. Okay, there's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. So again, wanting to converse more. Your mind. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know your mind. So if they're reminiscing and they're going through things, it could even be your socials. If they're your mind, energy is getting activated. And I always say this with divines, you tend, because you've just got such a beautiful influential glow, you guys do captivate quite a bit of attention, and maybe this person is really noticing this at this time. So the gaslighting with the mask. I've been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy, you were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. So again, if it's this collective and you feel like you've gaslighted this person, then that's more your road. But again, intuitively, I think it's the person connected to you. Although I will say, I think both of you kind of do want to express yourselves right now. And I also do find as well with this your mind kind of energy, it's a little bit of a divine thing. You guys tend to be a bit claiming over one another. Emotional intimacy. So maybe this is where the nerves are coming from. I'm afraid to truly open up and let you in. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. So that adds to that mask energy. I think this person's really being confronted by their emotions right now. There's clearly, if they know they've been gaslighting a certain situation or there's been certain denial towards certain things, having to face these things with you, it's clearly burdening this person's soul right now. Something to say. obsessed. Okay, so they are really obsessing right now. It's so weird because now I'm looking at this engagement ring, and if you guys were, this could even be them reflecting on past promises, because I'm seeing that all talk card, you know, that parrot card. I'm seeing that in my mind right now. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk your socials. So again, this, your mind. I think the right collective, they can clearly access your socials, and your socials, you clearly get, like I said, you could have quite a large following or a lot of attention given to you through your socials, because I think that's what activates this. I stalk your socials and I hope to run into you when I'm out. So they try and find you in crowded rooms. Your mind. Twin flame. So they got it. Perfect. This collective, we've already got a green tick, which means the person on your mind, they know about this journey, they're activated to this journey. And it's funny because I said true divines, twinnies, you guys kind of have a claiming energy over one another. So that to really confirm that. You activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You've helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me this time around. I don't know if you've seen, if this person's been wearing a mask with you and they've been really hiding their emotion when it comes to you, this collective, I don't think you've seen their transformation. Like I said, I will break it all down. But from what I can feel from this, I don't think this collective, you've seen a soul evolution yet from this person. Plane taking off. Gaslighting. So you hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I needed time to heal. It's funny because I find true divines, when you initially go through your separation, you understand the pain and hurt, and this is what really accelerates you on your self-awareness journey and your healing journey. I find whoever activates into that feminine energy right at the start, you know the behavior within you that needs to change. And I actually find the divine feminines, you take on a lot of the responsibility internally over the destruction of the relationship, okay? And I think, you know, at the start, you understood that this person felt maybe a little bit unappreciated in this connection, or they felt a lot of hurt with certain actions or conversations or disagreements. But as the time has gone on, maybe you've kind of, I don't want to say forgotten, but I find because you guys, and it normally is quite a large, it's kind of a long period that you face separation with one another. And it's not that you forget about your initial union and the damage that was there, but because you guys are just healing and evolving, and just like when you guys go through your spiritual isolation, your magical bubble, because people aren't aligning with your frequency, when you guys are really, really healing, and this is why I say take moments of periodic assessment, because it takes so long. Sometimes you don't realize how far you've come, and because you are really removing that energy of your past, I want to say the person you were in the past, but because you've learned to forgive yourself from, you know, your past actions and decisions you've made in life, which no one's perfect in this world. Sometimes you can fail to remember the pain that they really went through, okay? And I'm not saying you guys didn't go through pain, but especially the points of the sporadic communication and them coming in and out here and there, instead of really understanding the memory, the remembrance of your, you know, initial parting ways, you start to get frustration, you start to feel it's one-sided, you start to feel you're crazy, it's like you fail to remember the true cause, okay? And this person underneath this gaslighting you, I think for a long time, they, you know, for their denial and for maybe some of the hurtful things they did, they were in that kind of lens that you collective, you really hurt them, and it took them a long time to put their pieces back together. So in their mind, through their perception, they had created this behavior was kind of valid for them in their soul. And I'm not saying that's the right outlook, but I always say you can't help someone's perception. There's no amount of words that can change someone's perception in their mind. They have to learn to shift that either through action, life experience, time away, whatever it is. I think this person is reflecting on how maybe some of their mask behavior towards you came from a broken place, and they're probably thinking, how do I explain this? But they're sorry. So they're starting to realize just because they felt hurt in this, it didn't give them a right to hurt you the way they felt hurt by you. Right, collective, that'll make sense. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused. You didn't deserve any of it. But again, everything happens for a reason, and those veils are put on for a reason. But I think this person's just starting to really go into deep reflection of their own behavior here, and not just always focusing on your behavior. Reminds me of that energy. It's like they're just transitioning out of that outlook. I did this because you did that. Now it's more, I can't believe I did this. Do you know what I mean? Emotional intimacy. So they're missing you. So again, this person's very aware. For them to come forward, they're clearly really wanting to have some form of deep conversation, but they know there needs to be depth. Then they know there needs to be vulnerability. And I think for them, in this very moment, as we're reading this collective, it is still a little bit confronting, okay? And this is probably why now they're really going over past things. And it might not just be your socials. It could be, you know, messages that you've written, or past, you know, cards that you wrote to each other, or certain photos or things that you shared. But they're definitely hitting this deep set kind of nostalgic outlook with things. One more. I was wanting that nervous card. It didn't come out. But I do feel, wow. So they're thinking future right now, and that would make sense why there's so much depth of I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old. I want to have it all. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, we'll just get a couple of these, a couple more for your top row. What's around this beautiful connection right now? So maybe you as a collective, and especially this person as well, I think you've both, and even right now as you're watching this, because this is what's around you, I think you're trying to have a little bit more you time, or time with friends. Maybe you're focusing on trying to release the longing for this person. Maybe you are in that energy, you feel like you're moving on from this connection. I think this is more the right collective that's watching, because let's be real, this doesn't really align with how this person's feeling right now. I think this person, it's actually more of a main focus for them, your energy, where this collective, maybe you really are starting to live in the moment. Maybe you're feeling quite happy in your singlehood, okay, or this is just starting to transition for you. If this person is this focused and locked in on you right now, you're letting go of some form of frequency with energetic chasing, the right collective. It's funny because your person, let it be only a few weeks ago, that was probably their energy, still trying to be, you know, happy in their time alone, enjoying company with their friends. I feel your energies are shifting. Healing heart. So you both have been healing. Beautiful. Okay. And I think your healing's actually really starting to... We talk about union coming in divine timing, but that comes to you coming into your union frequency And that's when, just how when you activate your frequency to the divine energy, you get all the information, the signs, the synchronicities. It's the same with the union frequency, coming into reunion energy. It's a certain frequency you release when you're truly ready for it, okay? And I feel there's something very powerful clearly going on with this beautiful collective, with a shift. So as you're watching this, you have felt a shift. Okay, don't make it fit. You have your separation frequency where you're learning and getting all the guidance for healing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We shift with our frequencies. We talk about it all the time. And another good example, you could, watch some readers or healers and not align with them because they don't align with your frequency. It's the same kind of energy with this, as something that you're releasing that union energy out of you right now. And that would mean you're coming into internal union, self-love, self-respect, a knowing, a center, truly learning to surrender to the divine, not having an expectation of, when's this going to come in? It's like you're just sitting in the now. Them looking in on you with this nostalgia, these photographs. Social media was a big thing here. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting again, focusing out, fixation, obsession, but liking each other equally. Insane chemistry. So this person's heart space is starting to open. Well, this is going to be a very nice reading. Okay, I just want two more and let's start breaking this down. One. Oh, that's too many, but we'll definitely get this one. Oh, I love that. The heart with the key. We'll get all of them. The healing, the time, the cycles. So again, this collective, you've been on this journey for a long time. Okay. So, oh, look at that. I think you're finally ending out your past energy. Okay. And again, I think the right collective, it's not so much you're like, this is over, no second chances. But like I said before, there's this release and they can feel it through your mirror energy. You're not releasing in anger or frustration. It really is, it's a surrender kind of emotion I'm feeling. Very nice. Okay. I don't normally do this for divine check-in, but I'm being called to do it because I actually feel this isn't just a check-in. I actually feel for this collective we've got some movement coming. This divine pairing. 5. And it's funny, I was about to say the 15th. So what's the date today? It's the 8th in Australia. 9, 10, 11, 12. So the 13th. 5 days. Okay, write that down. 13th and 15th. Okay. And also that 5 month of May, I think this is going to be an impactful month for the right collective, which means you're coming into a cycle point. Okay. All right, let's just confirm though. Next 5 days, what's coming in for this pairing? Closing in the distance. So important detail though, you guys are emotionally distant. So maybe this has been one of the longest points since you've spoken to this person, but physical distance as well. So you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. I'm hearing both. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, you just got communicate with, paired with, luck is on your side. Lady beetles. It could be an important sign, or you've just had I'm seeing a yellow one, like a yellow lady beetle. You could have just had a yellow one land on you. Okay, so communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out, and luck is on your side. And it's kind of nice because we didn't get confession. So communicate, that's literally wanting to come to a compromise, wanting to work out the burdens. It's a focus on trying to come into some form of alignment here, okay, which is good. All right, distance. Salem is literally staring at me on my opposite chair. I think she's angry at me because I jumped in this chair she was sleeping Took a warm spot. It's been so gloomy here today. It's really cold. Okay, so there is... I think this is what this person wants to talk about. I don't think it's been actual deception, liar, pants on fire. But I do think certain things... Remember the deviation about how this person really was sitting in on the hurt that they... From this connection that unfortunately did put them in a bit of denial and a little bit of gaslighting energy. And I think this is more because of, unfortunately, some mistruths here that came from a hurt place. This is what really caused the distance. Okay, definitely the emotional, even physical distance. Maybe after this, you move, this person moves. You could have moved multiple times. But I think this is really confirming what's put the distance here is the kind of gaslighting behavior. It's hard because I literally just said I think this is going to be more communicate, compromise, not so much confession. So I don't know. We'll have to break it down, because I was about to say maybe this person isn't going to enter straight off the bat with like depth of truth. It might more just be a focus on trying to talk and see if you guys can come back onto the same page first. Okay. Communicate, compromise, work it out. Commitment, let go of the past to make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. True divines, especially in the energy I'm feeling from the right collective. You're not holding on to the resentment of what's been done. You understand it. You understand the veils. So if you're watching this and you're sitting there and you're like, I need the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You're in that kind of Queen of Swords in your ivory tower, like come forward, but only like this isn't your collective. I want to make it clear, because the right collective, you have understanding of this. You already know this. I think you've gone through your anger spurt. I think you've gone through the frustration. If you're really in the energy of this coming in, it's not a burden for you. But also I need to also say, it doesn't mean you're a doormat. If you're really in the energy of coming in, you're putting yourself first anyway, your love and respect, but it doesn't mean you wouldn't just offer this person forgiveness and some form of solace for how they're feeling. But you wouldn't be sitting there with a big list. Why'd you do that? Why? It's like, no, I'm going to choose me either way kind of energy. Does that make sense? When you guys are really ready for union, you're not just there like, I'm here waiting. Like I always say, it's kind of that energy that chaser ends up being not so much the runner, but your boundaries. You put distance. You make this person really show you, and just naturally, not through games, that they're dedicated to fixing this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just trying to get into detail, because people can get they can lack discernment, and these details are very important for the right collective. Luck is on your side. Fire sign, so action though, passion. Don't lead with passion. And fire, wands in tarot is days as well, but you could be a fire sign, this person could be. Let's get one more. So, because you're in the divine frequency, divine timing, everything in divine timing, things are finally flowing. This is going to be really nice. Okay, let's just quickly confirm the feminine energy. If you're really coming into, like again, this is smelling a bit union energy. If you're really coming into union, you would kind of find yourself in both masculine and feminine, like when we're tapping into it, because you're coming into your internal duality. Even when I read these, you would have found yourself a little bit in this. Like you would have thought, oh wait, is that maybe me? Like you, anyway, that'll make sense. Okay. So I don't know if I should do feminine, masculine. Maybe I should just do you versus them, so it's not confusing. Does that make sense? That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So main collective. Your energy right now. Oh, of course. First card. Of course. Complete transformation. Total transformation. You're finally heeding the call the right way. Okay. It's always the right way. It's just layers. I shouldn't have said that. Renewal. You're feeling renewed. There's a surrender taking place. Confirmation. Another awakening. You're cleaning the slate. You're rebirthing fundamental changes you're going through. A clearing and purging. Especially of the pain here. For you as a collective, that might just feel like a release, or you're just ready to move on. That girl talk card. It's like a weight has been lifted out of your heart. Okay. Getting more clarity. I think it's more clarity is coming over you. And maybe, and I see this a lot, when you guys go through this kind of surrender, sometimes you feel a bit of fear because it's like you can't feel them anymore. You can't you've become a creature of habit. You've created this habit of craving and thought patterns. So when it starts to shift, you guys can go within and start questioning a lot. Was I ever on this journey? Was I just because of a trauma bond? I can't feel them anymore. Is it like, just breathe? Okay, you're actually coming into very important details right now about yourself. Wanting to learn more things, but larger than life, it's like you're breathing again. But 27th of November could be an important date. Let it be shared with this person, or a birth date, or a specific memory. Last point of contact, maybe. Oh, your baby steps, process of arrival. I don't think you know that though as you're watching this. Baby steps, progression, step by step, spiritual growth. So you are going through spiritual growth right now. 17, that could be another important number. 17th of the 11th, 17th of November. Salem just rang a bell. Lovers. You're finding your own duality. You're finding your own internal balance, but your contract's at play right now. Your soul agreement. Maybe you felt this shift over the past 4 to 8 weeks. So maybe the last 2 months, you've been going through kind of minor shifts. The month of April would have been very heavy for you as well. And coming out of April, it's like this is when it's all starting to really solidify for you. The change. And also, I have to say this. I'm staring at these stepping stones, process of arrival. I actually think there's another area in your life that's about to hit acceleration as well. So we will confirm. As we said it, wishes coming true, a miracle. Stop it. It's not just love. There's something else expanding in this collective's life right now. You don't see it. And you might actually think this release, even though I said it's like a little bit of a scarcity mindset, is that. You feel like you've had like fairy dust sprinkled over you as you were sleeping. It's like, again, it's just you're feeling renewed. Wishes coming true. Peace, miracle, dream, falling in love, hope, inspired action, blessed, nighttime, midnight magic. It's so funny, that piece. I saw this beautiful interview the other day. I'm sure it was with Jay Shetty, and he's a monk. I don't know what his name is. And the question was asked, actually, was it Jay Shetty? I'm not sure. Are you happy? And this monk said, I don't seek happiness. I seek peace. Because when we're seeking happiness, and we talk about it all the time, it's the emotional roller coaster of life. People that just crave happiness, happiness isn't a permanent fixture in our life. It comes and goes. And when we haven't learned how to deal with other emotion, when happiness arrives, we think it's too good to be true, because we're still programmed in our subconscious mind. When good things happen, they also fall apart. Literally. As above, so below. And he said, by seeking peace, and it's not that he doesn't feel emotion, but he finds peace in the emotion he's feeling. He's not trying to remove it, he's trying to balance it. And it was just such a beautiful outlook. And I feel a lot of people on the divine journey, that's one of the things that you really do crave, is just peace. You want emotional balance and emotional understanding. There's a reason I'm deviating. Maybe this collective, you saw that video. 16th of the 6th could be another important memory or birthday. 17th of the 6th, 27th of the 6th. Letter. This is what you've let go of. So underneath judgment, the complete renewal, the clear and purge. You finally just start this need of when's communication come? When are they going to make contact? Writing things in your, like, this is again huge confirmation for the right collective total transformation over this 27th of the 7th. 27 is clearly important, another important memory or birthday. There's a renewal here. You've surrendered to this. You've made the fundamental changes to shift your frequency from separation frequency, right, to union frequency. Very nice, powerful. Because you're starting to thrive in your singlehood, your independence. You don't look at your time alone anymore as a burden. Powerful, independent, your time alone. Attitude is everything. Cool, calm, and collected. You're confident in your solidarity right now. And I think this is where you're getting clarity and you're like, whoa, you're definitely the right collective. You've had a moment of thinking, I feel so different. I feel at peace with this situation. You could be having very vivid dreams right now as well. Stepping stones. I think there's a few things with this. The time has come. Literally culmination of all your effort. A completion, abundance, fulfillment, a release. Fruits of your labor. Because you're finally focusing on yourself. Okay? Harvest season. This is big. This isn't just this. You've got a transition. Maybe you've had intuition. Things are starting to accelerate as well. The time has come. Because of your spiritual growth and your spiritual shift. Lovers. Finally, removing the unwanted stuff. Another card of a clean sweep, clear and purge. You could have actually just done it. Coming into union, you guys go through a nesting period. So it's like you either cull out heaps of old things, get rid of the old, make room for the new. It's like you completely deep clean your place. It's like, and that's not you like, I'm going to do this. It's like, it's just a natural thing. It's like you literally just want to remove all the old energy, if you know it or not. Okay. Total makeover, restoring harmony. Very nice. 11:11 as well. So through wishes coming true, star. Because you're actually trusting in divine timing now. Surrender's probably the biggest thing. You're in your prime element. Your source of energy is shifting. Okay, your soul spark. Very nice. There's a binding force around you right now. Our life force. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And can I tell you something? The main collective, this is just, I know this is what's around you, but we didn't get the heart or the bouquet or the twin flame or the this or the that. Yes, you got lovers here, but I think it's more you going through, you can see you're clearing out some things when it comes to your soul agreement in life, and it's more your duality and the decisions you're making. The main collective, they're not a focus for you. Anything that there would have been a focus in the past, there's a removal with it. There's a purge with it. And it's just a natural process. It's not you forcing it. It's just coming over you. Magic. Very nice. I just want to see how you're shining animal-wise. And then we'll really break down this connecting energy. Okay. How's the universe seeing? Oh, this beautiful collective. Oh, you got the title. You're finally starting to, small steps, big accomplishments, but the life lessons you've learned on the way you're learning. You're growing. You're starting to remove certain fires that would always come back around. I always say our shadow, the things that always pop up emotionally, it's not to bring us down, it's actually to evolve us and crack us open. And without those fires, we don't grow. And this collective, you're starting to get a lot of life experience under your belt, especially when it comes to your emotional journey and your emotional evolution. I just hope be proud of yourself. I should have probably paused this to find this. Sorry, my angels. Ancient soul. Grounded, but trusting. You're trusting right now. You're at home in yourself. You've come home to yourself. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle's personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps us to ground and to connect them to deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experience under their shells for later use. You're starting to put all your advice into practice. You're listening to the things you've learned. And this is what happens with divines. You help so many, but sometimes you forget to put your teachings you give to so many into good use. This collective you are. The most potent turtle energy helps us close. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. You're starting to write your own story. You're standing in your truth. You're not coming from a place of lack. Even this reading, this is probably... if you're really starting to tell your own story and you're really coming into the union frequency, you wouldn't be watching readings or on tarot loops. And if you've stopped to listen to this, it's because you're really being guided to. Like, you wouldn't be someone that is literally on the loop of trying to make every reading and get answers and get this. You're sitting in stillness, okay? But you yourself are still wearing a little bit of a mask. Hold on, I want one more for that. Oh, you've been healing through it. I think you finally, if you're starting to tell your own story, you're starting to step into your authentic blueprint. The hyena's very charismatic and charming, but he covers sometimes his grievances with a bit of humor and kind of can pretend like, you know, with that public persona, even if he's breaking down inside, or she is down inside, she can just act like everything's all together and it's like... Maybe you're really starting to bring your own walls down in life. Let it be lessons to do with family, friends. I always say, whoever activates in that divine feminine energy, believe it or not, before you activate into that, you've actually, because of a hard life and toxic love, you guys get to a point you've hardened your heart, and your heart space is your connection to humanity. Your heart space and your depth of vulnerability is what makes you so magical. I always say, true divines, you're here to, and the reason you've had so much trauma is because you were never just meant to be an empath, you were meant to be a healer. You have the life lessons and the novels from the past. This collective, you could probably write 7 to 10 novels with everything you've been through. But that doesn't happen so you hide it. It happens so you can express it and you can heal people through the same grievances you have experienced. That's the difference between an empath and a healer. An empath feels, but a healer, yes, they can feel, and then they take it on as if it's their own. They transmute it and they relay a beautiful healing message. Okay, that's what transmutation is. Feel it, alchemize it, overcome it, relay and heal others through it. Okay, so this journey, again, when you guys start to realize, it's to not have shame and guilt for who you were, and be proud of your story and share your story with the world, because it's your story that can change so many. Okay, when you guys start really focusing on that avenue and not just, when are they coming in? Are they thinking of me? Are they this? Are they that? Like, when you really use this journey for what it's for, it's when true healing begins. And this collective, this is clearly a pivotal chapter you're in right now. It's that energy. Show the world the real you and be proud of the real you, because the real you can help so many that have experienced the same dark times. Okay. Froggy. Clearing, cleansing, and healing. Beautiful. The frog and the water element are the most inseparable. The frog spends its time... Why am I so tongue-tied? The frog spends its first months of life entirely within the healing element. So you've been healing for months, if not years, and then emerges to rest on land, to finally breathe, to put all your teachings into good use and practice. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, it needs... its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Maybe as well, especially because we spoke about deep clean. Just side note, maybe your soul is needing a bit of a cleanse right now, or just some protection work around you as well. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so maybe you've really been pushing yourself. Just be careful you don't hit burnout mode. Burnout mode is a thing. I don't know if people know. It's not just, I'm in burnout mode. That's a thing. People can lose their jobs. People can lose years of lack of motivation, not wanting to go to work, not wanting to do anything, because your body literally burns out. True divines, your energy workers, it is so important. You know your spiritual hygiene, you know how to cleanse, you know how to not push yourself, you know how to just rejuvenate. Remember this divine journey, and it's really hard because you guys are meant to break free from the belief system that we need excess in life to feel fulfilled and to be complete. Let it be abundance, partnership, family, friends, whatever it is. It's to find your sovereign light and just trust that your connection to up there is what guides you and will forever protect you, right? But a lot of you guys do jump online, and like I said, you have an influential goal. So even though you guys promote your divine being and sovereignty and finding the light, whatever it is, it's a long journey to break free from subconscious programming and have a belief that abundance is what comes from external gain, not from within. And you guys can really get stuck in the loop of forever posting for views, for numbers, for followers, reading the comment. It's like you're so dependent on what you are gaining from your path instead of really remembering what your path is for. I always say, even if you just connect to one person, if you help one person, that's you changing the world. It's a domino effect, okay? You see it a lot in our community. You see people that really start to find success through socials and then close off their private practices because they're making enough money from their socials, when this is meant to be, yes, we're here to guide the collective, but those one-on-ones we have with people, they're those people and you beautiful souls that we truly, truly change. There's a reason I'm saying this. You could be on this pivot right now that you overwork because you're so focused on maybe your socials, or it could be the opposite. You're so focused on your individual clients, but don't forget yourself, okay? But if your socials are a priority over your individual clients, you need to ask yourself why, okay? We're here to help people. We're not here for numbers, okay? It's the reason I'm saying it for this collective. Clearly you've the right collective. You're on a crossroads of some sort with this. But again, the whole point of this is this frog energy. Your higher self is clearly saying, when you need to rejuvenate, listen to your body. Don't push yourself because of external gain, okay? They're saying frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. You need balance. Especially if this has been one of your lessons through healing, is to learn how to have that happy work-life balance, to not just be, let it be fixate on love, fixate on work, fixate on family. It's like this collective clearly balance is something that maybe you need to have that kind of more observant approach in life when it comes to how you balance things. So on these healing journeys, we'll focus on abandonment or codependence or our wrath or our envy or our this or our that. But maybe right now this collective one is something you just need to learn a little bit more through your life experience, your lessons, is just a bit more balance in all aspects of your life, and also to be truly proud of the real you, show the world the real you. We all have a public persona, but there comes a point where that public persona has to come down. Okay, say it all the time, that even with myself, yes, there's Rita Bree, but then there's Bree. Okay, so just it's the same for you guys. All right, I just want to get hold on, sorry, all my cards just fell then, but claim your true energy right now. Okay, nourish well. There's something, you're better than you could ever imagine. Your prayers are about to be answered, but again, they're confirming. If you were just wanting to kind of, escape into nature for a few days or whatever it is, do it. Don't have fear that this will fall apart or that will fall apart, because again, you're fighting your sovereign light, okay, and your true trust in the universe. But there's some things right now that they're really trying to unfold for you that, and again, it's because you don't have an expectation of it, but they are saying you need to nourish your soul a bit more right now. Just don't put your head in the sand, okay? Yes, you're starting to breathe again because of love, but remember to see your warning signs, your emotional signs, especially if you're starting to get intolerant or frustrated, or again, a bit lazy, you're just wanting to stay in bed. Your body's speaking to you, right? All right. Let's get into this person. Okay. So first, I just want to get these for them and see what's around the person connected to you, what their kind of focus is. Oh, wow, they've got that as well. That's good. From what I can see. Hold on, we'll get one more. All right, so we've got, they're trusting in divine timing. You're very mirrored right now, from what I can see. You got that card, you got the wishes coming true. They've got that. The cross, so destiny, guidance, their spirituality, fate. They could be going through some emotional loss and sorrow, especially with the thought of you at the moment. But their heart, they're getting ignited right now. Okay, so this person's really... they're clearly connected. These are very spiritual cards. Okay, so they know about divine timing. They have a soul spark themselves right now. You're both shifting powerfully. This is really beautiful. I think their hope is being restored. Okay, they're wanting to fall in love again. I think they're focusing on inspired action. I think they're looking at this. If this comes in, this will be a miracle. I think there's still a little bit of fear in them, but they have been going through some trials and tribulations. But again, it's been evolving them, but they're going through a catalyst right now. They're igniting their desires. They're wanting to get things going again, but they know a lot of effort needs to be required, and not just with you, but in life and for themselves as well. 16th of the 6th is clearly important because it's come out twice. Wheel of Fortune, look at all these fated cards here. So fate, karma, cycles, forces of the universe. They can really feel the universe around them right now. Destiny, certain synchronicities they're noticing. I always say it's like when you guys activate, you're like a kid again. You're like, whoop, 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 seeing the world for the first time. I feel that's what this person's, they're like kind of hooked in the signs and the synchronicities of the world. But they're trusting things that are out of their hands. They're trying to ride the wave, but I think focus of you is very prominent, okay? But clearly they feel like their luck is shifting in their life as well. Just when you guys activated into your feminine energy, yes, you lost everything before you activated because you had to quantum jump. But just when you guys jumped, it's like things started feeling, even though it was a hard emotional journey, things started falling into place for you, right? Same thing. I feel now that this person's activating into their feminine energy, luck is starting to feel different for them. Things feel like they're changing. That's nice. All right, trust in divine timing. Okay, so they're still a little bit stuck in the decision here. I could see that at the start. I want one more for that. One more. And maybe decisions in their life is fine. I was about to say in their life, so maybe they're a little bit stuck when it comes to their financial path as well right now. Resources, finances, investments, money, income, I think there is something might be a little bit off balance when it comes to their work path. But again, just how you guys, everything had to get removed. So you found your true path in life. The same thing happens for them. Something is feeling a little stuck there. But they're trusting. They're trusting the universe. They're not letting it overwhelm them into fixation, which is good. Okay, what's wish come true, miracle? Oh, very nice. They're getting granted a key. They're focusing on solutions. I wonder with who. And also in life, though. Not focusing on the negative, focusing on the positive. But they've gone through a rebirth. So just how I always say, you guys, there's a lot of beautiful miracles in the world, but I truly believe there's no bigger miracle than you finally tapping into that hidden gem within and being chosen and broken open and seeing the world for what it is and finally connecting to source. You guys that activate out of dormancy, it's such a magical time because it really makes you believe that there is so much more to life. And you guys that have been hidden gems that activate later on in life, you generally, there's not belief in anything. It's not really believing in a certain religion, or yes, you could be a bit spiritual or this, but it's not like a complete belief. It's just kind of like you ride the wave of life. It's like even at school, there's those people that want to be a doctor, a police officer, a lawyer, or this. It's like you guys kind of just ride the wave. You guys are normally a jack of all trades. I'm going to say master of all, but you guys switch jobs it's like you just have never felt like there was a path, a true path there for you in life. And then when you guys activate and you're just like, whoa, it puts everything into place for you. And not just in your current situation, but you just reflect back on your whole life. It's such a big miracle, okay, to believe. It's beautiful. But this person, they got their miracle. They went through their phoenix, death, rebirth, catalyst of heart awakening, rising up from the ashes, total transformation, complete renewal. So they've broken free. This is beautiful. It's magic. I'm not going to lie, I heard this and I'm going to say it. This person could have had like a near-death experience or lost someone very special to them, or I find a lot of the masculines actually wake up because of that near-death experiences. They could have a bit of betrayal. They're definitely going over their energy, their own snake energy in life with this divine guidance. And remember when I saw this, I said this could be the emotional loss towards you, but this is where they're trying to really trust in fate and destiny. But there could also be some things being illuminated in their life to do with deception or betrayal or backstab. But I think the silent treatment and how it's been counterproductive is that focus on this collective. But let's say there was a really scary situation this person went through health-wise. It could have been involved. There could have been some bad friends. It's coming to my mind. But whatever it was guided and it was meant to happen. But it's definitely illuminating not just their own behavior, but other people's behavior in their life. The bellows. Oh. This is what they're starting to wear. I say this for all divines. They feel cursed by you for a very long time. All the bad karma they get after you, and they think you guys are witches. They just think you're bloody crazy off tap. I think for a long but now because they're going through it, they understand it, they're seeing it differently. And remember I said they know a lot of effort needs to be required to remove the baggage, the burdens. Feeling cursed, I think that's removing, but the guilt, the shame, regret, they know it's not going to be easy. and also themselves. That was a big focus for this collective, really getting rid of that hyena energy and being proud of your story. It's the reason I brought up books. Maybe you're meant to write a memoir, or maybe you're, you know, meant to do a podcast, or there's so much more than just your divine knowledge. There's something about your life's journey that I'm hearing, this collective. And the right collective, you would have had intuition to do this, but maybe you keep putting it off. Your story, not your divine story, but your story, your life story, I'm hearing, needs to be shared with the world. You were granted, or we choose, but you chose your vessel for a far greater reason than just your divine journey, believe it or not. Yes, it's your divine journey that gets you home, but it's how many people you can help along the way. And this right collective, say all divines, you're the most trauma-filled souls, but this collective, you've had one hard life, and I think it's sad because you probably are a collective that, even though your life has been so tumultuous, that you don't even see it as a tumultuous life. It's like you've become numb to it. I'm hearing it's like you went through hell and back through life, but you probably see the tragedies around the world, and maybe you live in a very developed country, so you just feel very fortunate, and you always say, oh, could have been worse, or I'm lucky this happened, or I'm not, but you've had a hard life. Okay. But for a reason, just remember that. And if your person, them themselves, to really relieve shame, regret and guilt and certain baggages, not just from this connection and their actions, but their own life. I always say you have those red threads for a reason. This collective, there's some more reflection. You actually really need to understand your story properly. Okay, the right collective, this will make sense because you've had intuition about this. Oh my God, they've got, holy moly, even they've got some, I feel this person's gone through their physical towers. Like, this is reminding me of reading a feminine energy. They're coming into victory with this wheel. This is beautiful. I think the one area that's a bit stuck in their life is their financial path, but that will develop. Win, victory, reputation, success, key experiences. I think this is coming for them. I don't think they're in this right now. I think especially with this, but just how you had your row, I'm like, I don't think that's there just yet. I think that's the same for them. But it's like they have trust in this. One more. They're still fighting their shadow a little bit, but I feel they're starting to be assertive. This depiction of this, though, is beautiful. Maybe this has been going on for about a year, but you have no idea. Disciplined, tenacious, goal-orientated, a workhorse, consistent. So this person's really putting structure in when it comes to their path. That's good. Removing obstacles. They could be having dreams about you too. Obstacles removed. They're feeling very telepathically connected to their environment. 15 could be another important number here as well. Oh, they know they need to handle things very carefully right now. They need to be gentle. It's funny just how with you guys, I feel you've really shifted your energy. I do see you quite a bit through these rows, but I do think this person is really trying to focus on their path and their own birthright. That's been a main theme for this collective, so it would be for them too, because you're so in the, it smells like a very beautiful union frequency, so you both would be kind of reflecting. Remember that mirror? So you reflect and think of things, but in your own ways. All right, let's see how they're feeling towards you right now. Then we'll get what they want to say. We'll get true intention. And then we might get tarot as well. Oh, do I just want to get them one animal card first? Let's just get them an animal card. See how they're shining right now. Oh, they're glowing. And worldly matter. This is a card of culture and worldly matter as well. They're glowing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Zebra energy. Have I gone past it? Oh, no. Eccentric, creative, but a visionary. So they're an individualistic. Why am I seeing like a real excitable soul? I'm seeing my Sea Otter card. Just a happy little Vegemite. Zebras are the most precious of gems. And we're just talking about your hidden gem. They are young at heart, so maybe they're very childlike. True divines you bring out each other's childlike innocence. Well cultured and have an undenying curiosity about life. I more think it's they have this undenying curiosity right now about life, just how you guys did when you started seeing the universe. Do I think this person's well cultured? I don't know about that. They could have indigenous blood, like they could be native, but I don't know if this person's like a world traveler or... No, I don't think this person knows many languages or anything, but maybe this is something that they're finding out about themselves. Maybe when you knew them, this wasn't something big, but maybe this is starting to develop in them. But I definitely feel it's more the undenying curiosity for the world around them right now. Being in the company of a zebra's personality is not only a delight, but also opens our minds. So they see, they speak to, you know, and I always say this to you guys, when you guys first activate, and even through your journey, you start speaking to people and you just free flow because of your claircognizance. It's like you channel advice for people and then you walk away and you're like, oh, where did that come from? It's kind of like that's what I'm seeing this person's going through. They've become like a true channeler and they don't even know where it comes from. I don't think this person sits and plays with tarot, but I just mean it's like their mind is expanding through life and they're like, where is this knowledge coming from? Be prepared, their potent magic is contagious and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your world view while having a blast. So they are fun-loving. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through the environment. Maybe they do love the environment, that maybe they're very outdoorsy. Maybe this is another passion that started to, you know, develop in them, or animals. Maybe this person really loves animals. I was actually seeing my dad in my mind, and my dad, he always rescues animals. Or if there's anything on the road when we're dry, like he'll always get out and rescue animals, but even picking up animals from shelters like dogs and stuff. That's what I was seeing in my mind. So maybe that's what your person does. This card may be hint to maybe they do want to start traveling the world. I feel the reason I specifically said I don't think you remember this person as being a traveler, but maybe this is something that they're wanting to experience. But again, I don't think that's on this collective's energy radar. Especially that I'm going back to this has been developing in them for probably a year or more, but I don't think this collective, you've seen this change in this person. Worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward, so maybe they're quite fashionable, okay. But when they're out of balance, jaded, pouty, maybe a bit vain. But what keeps them in balance is an epic adventure. So you would have this memory though. If they've always had zebra energy bubbling under the surface, you wouldn't have been a couple that did well sitting at home all the time. So let it be this person wanted to go out. They couldn't sit still for too long. And if your relationship did end up just being eat, sleep at home all the time watching movies, probably would have caused a detriment here. Because if you have an adventurous, excitable soul, you need that in a relationship too. Let it be, you know, a weekend away every month, or not every month, but, you know, frequent vacations, even if it's just, you know, a couple hours away from where you live, but date nights and not just going to the movies, but exciting things like, you know, kayaking or rock climbing or, you know, hiking, like things like that. Or getting out on like a boat. Why am I talking about so much outdoorsy stuff? Maybe you do know your person's outdoorsy. Oh my God. They got the dragon. You didn't get that. I think you've gone through that. You're clearly this person's finding their eye. He sees all. Your person's gifted. But they're starting to see their gifts. That's why they're trusting in so much about the universe. They got the dragon. Your person's sight's developing. But they're believing in it. He sees everything, our dragon. I always say this journey, it's not just for your awakening of your serpents. Those serpents are meant to turn into dragons. You're meant to activate your dragon's blood, your dragon's fury. I can't believe they got the dragon. I think this person's a lot further along than you would even care to admit to yourself. Like I said before, I don't think this person practices their craft in that way. I don't think they're like a tarot or a psychic medium, but it's like they just have off-tap gifts. And you would have memories of this. They're starting to believe in their gifts. I can't believe they got the dragon. Wow. Don't make it fit. If you heard me say that and you were like, huh, not your reading. Right collective, it would have dropped a penny. Okay, let's see how they're feeling towards you. I didn't get how you were feeling towards them, because the right collective, it's not that there's anger or this. I think it's just more of a peaceful place in your heart towards them. Love offer. Holy moly. Choices. I want to offer you the world and promise you, and I promise you, you will have the best version of me. A decision between love and fear. We fall in love by chance, but we stay by choice. I was seeing the all talk card. I think this person, and it's so true, you're about to see a version of this person you've never seen before. I'm seeing my, from the page to the knight, to the queen, to the king, I'm seeing the evolution. They left a page. They're going to return an emperor, a hierophant, and it's just going to blow you away. It's very nice. What is it in the Simpsons? Little Ralph, I choose you. Reddy's giving Lisa the Valentine's Day card. That's what I just heard. Memories, the nostalgia. They really are going through memories. Oh, the memories we made together will forever replay in my mind. Our love is immortal. And they're definitely craving you right now. Like I said, I don't think this person's made a decision, but it's like on the brink. It's like on the brink, which means something's going to happen in their life that's just going to ignite, like the emotions here, it's here, but it's like there's just another puzzle piece that needs to fall into place first. And maybe it is a bit of their finances that's holding them back as well, just a little bit. Sweets, you are like candy, cake, chocolate. The decadence of your soul makes me melt. Why did I just hear smell? Maybe this person used to always say that to you, like they just, and not perfume, or could have been, but even your natural scent, or they could have even said you taste very sweet, like, you know what I'm saying. But I heard scent straight away with that. So friends, so they're starting to realize maybe that's that snake energy. There's people jealous. Everyone was talking about our relationship. People, I'm going to say were, I'm talking part, they could be now as well, but I think it's more past tense. People were jealous of our connection. Something about snake energy being illuminated for them. Love offer. They've been nourishing. Well, we know that. That's good. You feed my mind and nourish my soul. Your energy helps me keep going. And the sad thing is, this collective, you don't know it. I think you believed it for so long. But again, it's not that you've lost belief. You've just started to surrender. Choices. This is where I think they're stuck. They know they can't come in with half promises, especially if they promised you engagement in the past. Shattered. It's that I choose. Why didn't I choose you before? Old habits are breaking down and a new version of me is being revealed so they can choose you every day. Beautiful. Picture per every deck for them. They're really watching you. So especially photos, videos that they've got saved. This is underneath memories. So the nostalgia, the reminiscing, the very first deck. You were beautiful inside and out. I stare at your pictures all day long. Especially if they're learning from you. Not just socials, but personal things as well. Enchanted. The more I see you, the more I love and adore you. My heart cries out for you. Sweet. Don't give up on me. Career. That's good. That's what I feel one of the blocks is here. Their career. That's good. That's good. That's not a bad thing. They want their finances. That's how a masculine comes through. To be a beautiful in an Empress energy, you need to feel protected, safe, provided for. For a true divine masculine to thrive in that alpha energy, they do need success behind them. It adds to that confident energy. Okay, but expression. I want the whole world to know that you're mine and only mine. That was that message. Confirmation. They're still a little bit jelly belly over you, but like I said, true divines, you are quite claiming over one another because you are one. Gossip. Oh, so they made their friends a priority, so they clearly have guilt because this is underneath the friends. It's like they know they need to make you a priority, but I think they're reflecting. They let other people's opinions and gossip be a priority. You are no longer going to be an option. I'm making you a priority, and my actions will match my words when they're ready. One more. Transformation through the heartbreak, just like you had to go through. I am making conscious choices to transform into my highest self and be with you. The wrong choice was made and now I sit in the pain of losing you. No, but they've transformed since it. Like you guys, you all go through the layers. I always say your heartbreak at the start, it drives you. You're meant to go through that obsession and the craving and when's union, like it's part of one of the layers you go through. It's your most pivotal layer because without that layer, you wouldn't drive to start succeeding into the way you're helping humanity. It's the love for them and you wanting them to return that pushes you to truly step into that path of being a true healer and heal however, your path opens up for you. It's like they're in whatever layer they're in right now, it's pushing them to really tap into whatever they're meant to be doing. And this is why I say you guys true divines come in as a power couple. You might think it's your path that adapt, and you come together with your own strengths and you just create something amazing. Okay, so you just have to trust. All right, let's see this person's true intention. Oh, about their plan, their 5-year plan. That's good. Their true intention. Let's get this one first. Regret. Well, we know that they'll overcome it. They are feeling a little bit sorry for themselves. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful, and now I'm here mourning the loss over you. This is why they're reflecting on, the message cards, how we were talking about how they unfortunately gaslighted and were a little bit deceptive because they were really prioritizing their hurt over this situation, but they're starting to see things clearly, which is good. Oh my God, I believe it. I actually believe it with this person. Spiritual practices, they're going through a huge spiritual evolution. I'm healing myself through, it could even be meditation. You probably laugh as I said that, but maybe it is. And spiritual practices, or maybe just more, going to sleep with certain hurts or sleep hypnosises or subliminals playing. It's like they find, I don't think they're sitting there going kumbaya, like, I'm gonna be real, but I do think they're finding ways to clear out thought pattern and create a meditative state, however that may be. But it is the only way I can make myself feel whole. Listen to those sirens. I genuinely believe they're doing that. Scorpio, you could be a Scorpio, they could be, but the energy of it, or born in 89, you could be 25, 75, 25, and 89. Let it be car plate number, house number. I'm sorry for accusing you of things you didn't even do. That's them reflecting on how they put you in that, you hurt me. I'm so used to people hurting me, and I assumed you were just trying to hurt me too. I should have treated you better. Regret. Oh my God. I love it. They're starting to see you as their past life, their person, their twin. That's why they have regret. What have I done? When I'm with you, I feel as if time just stops. It's you and me against the world. I think they have regret that it wasn't you and them against the world, and that they let other people interfere here. But I think they want it to be like you and them against the world. You feel like home to me. You understand me and I understand you. Mirroring. So they're learning from you and your spiritual practices. You've inspired them. Oh. Magic. 25th of the 6th could be a birthday or a memory. If you're feeling under duress or feeling solemn, I feel it too. So they really believe in that telepathic connection right now. You've gone through this collective. You've ridden this wave. Like every time you saw a sign or this, or you're over, oh my God, it's them. It's like that's what's hitting their energy now. Our connection is deep, profound, and sometimes difficult to understand. Work, that's good. I think that's good. So they are still juggling, and that's a huge lesson this collective needs to learn. And I wonder why. I said to you guys before, your biggest thing is to focus on balance right now. That's where you need to put your focus on how to balance life, a happy work-life balance. They need the same. So you guys, you feed it through your threads. This makes sense. Having a hard time processing what happened between us and juggling my own personal responsibilities. This is needing time and space to deal with everything, and this is where they're kind of stuck in that loop with. But again, this right collective, your higher self is saying focus on balance. Of all things right now, focus on balance and rejuvenation. I wonder why. Sign. Okay. We got those message cards before. I just want to get a couple. I'm not going to get many. I just want to get 4. I'm getting called to get 4. And then we're going to get tarot. I want to get tarot. I'm not going to go the 5 days. I'm going to see for the rest of the month of May for this collective. Oh, God, Creator, brought you into my life for a reason. And now I'm trying to understand the purpose of our connection and what to create through this connection. I love that. You've helped me realize that I do deserve love despite my upbringing. And this is another big focus, to really tap into your true upbringing, to really be proud of your life story. Because without your life story, you wouldn't be who you are today, this collective. So again, another thing that will help them really understand this. They've had a tumultuous life just like you. Knew nothing but toxic love. Will you find it in your heart to forgive me after all this time? And that was a big thing for you guys. I said it's not even sitting there, ice queen. It's like you've just come to a peaceful place in your heart with this person, and it's beautiful. I'm afraid you won't give me a second chance. They're shitting themselves. I felt a lot of nerves. The card didn't come out, but everything's meant to unfold the way it's meant to unfold. But I think you'll make this person, like I said, I don't think you're not going to put up some form of, it's not even so much about, it's just kind of, I think you're going to empathize to the situation, but I do think you'll be prioritizing you. For us to be together, it would require for me to leave everything I've worked for behind. And this is the juggling that they're stressing about. So maybe they've just gotten a new job, or maybe they really, let's say they did start a little bit of a business. You got distance as your first card. So there's something here. Hold on, I want one more for this. There's something about distance that freaks them out a little bit. And maybe you've had fear as well. If you know you're someone that really struggles to balance aspects of your life, maybe you've had moments of thinking, and not just with this person, but if love comes back into your life, will you still, you know, have balance and determination on your path? Will you be able to, you know, bring everything in balance? I always say the right love complements our life. It doesn't put stress and burdens in our life. The right kind of love, all aspects of your life can feel balanced. Work, friendships, family ships, love should all be free flowing. And I think both of you have never experienced a love that it hasn't thrown you off balance. I think you both have a fear for this, if this collective even knows that or not. But I do think you've had a moment of thinking about it. Love is a lesson that is worth learning from you. I think you both will learn how to balance things, but this is why, again, confirmation, you guys lead the way. So just because they're not in the same room as you, your focus needs to be about balance and true owning your true self in your life. And literally, isn't that funny? Love is a lesson that's worth learning from you. That's more a confirmation from spirit saying do it, because just how every other area, just because you haven't seen it, or your development, your spiritual development, your healing, it's been ricocheting onto them, just how this work situation will ricochet onto them. And rejuvenation, that frog energy, very nice. Okay, let's get tarot. So I just want to tap into, like I said, just the end of this month. So the rest of this month, what's coming here action-wise. Let's see if union energy comes out. Reunion energy. So we've got a rebirth. Okay, transformation, new beginnings through the pain and the hurt, and unexpected change of growth. Reunion. There could also be like this person, because remember I said I think that they're coming in more, maybe wanting to take you out. It's more conversations, a few conversations first. So it could be some gatherings or something that they're inviting you to. Hold on, I want one more for that. I do also think that to do with friendships here as well that get a little bit illuminated throughout this month. My ride or die. So it's something you can trust in, a lot of loyalty coming towards you. It's like my Bonnie and Clyde kind of energy, very trustworthy. But a very stable offer that's coming through. That's good. But also a friendship connected to this person. They could be an earth sign. Or this person could be an earth sign as well. Okay, they are saying you're going to choose a little bit of silence here and to go within. Maybe this is you. Again, you're seeing it from a higher perspective. Like I said, the right collective. It's not that you're like Queen of Swords or this, but I think you take whatever this is at face value, but I feel you really do hit retreat mode, and not intentionally playing games, but I just feel this collective you naturally, because you're finally starting to really heal from the chapter you face. I just think you choose yourself. I'm going to be honest, and not in a negative way, but in a soul searching way. How do I feel from this? Does this feel right? Do I want to keep, or do I just want to focus on this right now? Am I even ready for this right now? I know I need to sort out this and balance this a bit. Whatever it is, the right collective. I think you're going to be highly surprised. You're seeing it differently. You're seeing it from a completely different outlook. Where I think even if it was just a month, 2 months ago, that's all you were craving. And it's like, it's hard to explain what I'm feeling. It's a little bit odd. That's what I think. I think you choose to walk. I just think you choose to retreat. You choose to walk away, but not in an abrupt way, but in a way of soul searching and silent. Like, I don't think you're abruptive, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think you fall short to this. I don't think if this person wants to invite you out, I just don't think you're going to do it. I think you're going to choose Hermit, and I think you are going to choose to kind of just put yourself first in this situation. One more for your top row. This could also be the discussion as well, coming from why the walk away happened, but just what I'm feeling from this. Four of Wands, not just yet, but 20 card, 4 of Wands, marriage, commitment. I do think that's what you're leading towards, but I do think you guys have there's just such a realist approach to this whole situation, and I think you're going to blow yourself away. I think this collective, you're going to blow yourself away. Even as you're watching this, you might think, no, I don't think I will do that. Like, I love this person. Even though I'm saying you've released them, I'm not saying they don't have a place in your heart. I think you're going to be shocked. Do I think a 4 of Wands is going to come out of this? Yes, I do. Especially because this person's already thinking about that engagement. Celebration, wedding, stability, partnership, action, foundation, community, prosperity. So we do have a new beginning over. The wands are finally going to drop. Okay, but I do, again, think you're going to be overwhelmed. And I think this person could be entering in a little bit of an overwhelmed state. But I think it's kind of that energy you realize you're not. I know you're a healer, but I find healers, especially in love, your life lesson is to not always, healers, before you turn into as an empath, you always call in the broken birds, because that's what your energy oozes out to the world. Safety. This is why true divines, you have such an influential glow. So as an empath, unfortunately, it's really sad because you have that golden glow. You always attract in broken people in life, but this journey is meant to teach you. It's good to heal people in guidance that are seeking your advice, right? And seeking that energy from you. But when it comes to love and personal relationships, you are not there to put everybody's pieces back together again. That's what your path is for. Do you know the right collective? You'll know what I'm trying to say. So if this person's presenting very overwhelmed, 13th to the 10th as well, birthday memory, I think that's going to make you just automatically, something's not going to feel right intuitively for you, okay? Because that's not, you've learnt to, that's not what love's meant to be. You're not meant to glue people back together again. Love's meant to be equal give and take. Of course, you're meant to understand your partner's vulnerabilities and traumas, but equal. Someone needs to fill into your cup the way you fill into theirs. So you got King of Swords here as well. I think this is you. I'm going to be honest. This whole reunion going out here, there, everywhere. I think you're like, oh no, I don't know about that. I think that's your approach. I think for the first time you're seeing this with logic. Okay, so it is going to hit you. And maybe this is why you choose to Hermit, because it's going to activate 9 of Swords in you. So because you're starting to trust your emotion and know it's your biggest sign. If it makes you feel anxious and overwhelmed because you'll be finally breaking a layer, no wonder you have a higher perspective of it. You've gone through so much soul searching. You know if this person comes in and you're pacing and checking your phone and this and that, it's not good. Where in the past that would have come, you probably would have blown up this person's phone. You would have lost it. You're going to see how far you've come emotionally with codependence and fear of abandonment, this collective. So of course they're going to activate this. But the approach you take is beautiful. That's you. I think it's not... Like I said, it was hard to explain. This is making sense. This will ignite that anxiety again, but you don't react. And that in itself shows you, this doesn't make me feel safe. I'm going to walk away from this. You choose you. Oh, and then you pass your test. By 8 of Cups, you pass your test. Wheel of Fortune. Makes sense with this. You're going to break a cycle. But it's going to be natural. You're just going to know. I don't want a love that makes me feel this way. And they're not doing it intentionally. They're actually coming in with the King of Pentacles approach. True trust, trustworthy. But there's been so much damage, so it makes sense. So them coming in too hot and heavy and wanting to do this, wanting to do that, you're going to be like, I don't know about that. And maybe they choose silence, or they go within a little bit, and then it makes you anxious. But I don't think you choose your own silence, okay? But I think you just knock this person's confidence a little bit. It's not them playing games, but it's like you guys aren't going to be on the same page. So instead of choosing to retaliate, you choose to walk away. Wheel goes bing, and then you've got your Four of Wands. Chariot, forward movement. Three of Wands, ship finally arriving in. Manifestation, trust. Your Four of Wands, your Three of Wands. It'll come, but I actually feel this collective, you pass your test, expansion, change, destiny, opportunity, winning, turn of events, because you choose you. True divines, you all go through this. This month, it's learning curbs here. We don't have any pairing, okay? We didn't get our, so it's not coming into union this month, but it's preparing you. It's preparing you for your Four of Wands. It's preparing you for your reunion. I think this collective, it's the lesson. This person wants to come in and reunite, but you choose yourself, okay? It's part of your wheel. Don't make it fit. It's very nice. Okay, my beautiful loves. Let's get you some charmies. Oh, you got my little Chloe charm again. But that's the sun at the back, masculine energy. But Libra scales, balance. Your purple curtain's about to be activated, or your life lessons. Tree of life, love from the start of time. But you got your little horseshoe. Luck is on your side, truly. See yourself. You got 3 pearls. So that's you, this person. You guys could have a little spirit baby waiting for you as well. Beach, maybe you need to get down to the beach. 10 would be important here. And completion. P, ducks, intuition. Trust your intuition. You could have a memory with ducks in this person. Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus, luck and protection. Ancient Egypt, you resonate with Egyptian mythology. The Hamzahan, protection. Bali, Indonesia, maybe you want to go there. But a new beginning in love. That's my pink love heart. Pink's the color of love, and white is the color of new beginnings. I actually quickly just want to get you a couple of these. Making the effort. Okay, so they are, maybe it's the flirty playfulness that gets you a bit, but I think that's this person's mask coming in a little bit because they're so scared. So maybe that's what puts you on your back, because remember I said it's actually a King of Pentacles approach, but I don't think you see it that way. I think you see it as, is this, again, it's not anger, it's just it doesn't feel right for you. I think you become very kind of armored. I think that approach kind of backfires on them, but it's meant to. I don't think you let chemistry lead the way. I think it's electrifying, yes, but again, you're trusting your emotion, not just your craving, okay? I think you've relieved your craving, let's be real. Oh my God, you got reconciliation eventually on the bottom. It's safe for you to love. You might not feel it in the moment, but it will be. Okay, that 9 of Swords is going to hit you hard, but the way you overcome it, because remember, healing, it doesn't mean it goes away. We learn how to ride it. We learn how to overcome it. Life doesn't get better. No, life doesn't get easier. We just get better. Okay, I always say this about healing. People that just think all your trauma is going to magically disappear and you're going to be kumbaya, that's not life. the emotion comes up, we learn how to deal with it differently. We learn to train our mind. We learn to train our subconscious programming. Anxiety, all of this isn't as bad as we made it out to be when we were creating our shadow at 3-4 years old, when we don't know emotion and everything feels like the end of the world. Okay. I say it's so important how we parent and our children and the people we let around our children. Those moments when you're 3 and 4 and you're having a tantrum and horse crying and you can barely breathe, it's like a panic attack cry in a situation of your emotion not feeling valid, or getting in trouble for honesty, or your parents leaving the house and making you feel abandoned. Those moments at 3-4 years old and you're screaming and you're crying and you're you are literally programming your brain that they're the scariest emotions in the world. This is why we talk about this. It is so hard to break free from your subconscious programming, your belief system, because it's been embedded from such a young age when we don't understand emotion. So I say being a parent is a selfless act. The schooling system adds to the programming, all of it. Sorry, there's a reason I said that. Okay. Birthdays, angel numbers, 17th of the 2nd, 17th of the 8th, 20th of the 4th, 24th of the 2nd, 432, 22, 222, 12th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 12th. Oh, they want it to be like that. 24th of the 1st, 11th of the 6th, 20th of the 1st, 1st of the 1st, 666. Beautiful goddess number. That's a good twinny number as well. All right, I love you guys and have a beautiful evening.